Diversified auto and hospitality company Simba Corporation has marked 50 years of existence in the country and outlines plans for the next 50 years, even as the group continues to diversify into Africa and also across the economy. KTN's business editor Peter Wakaba spoke to Simba Corp CEO on what exactly has driven the company over the years.
First off, we've seen this company go into many different areas, invest in many different things the past 50 years. Give us what you'd consider a recap of what you've been able to achieve over that 50 years.
I'll start by saying that we are 100% Kenyan-owned company, yes. Very diversified, and one of the very few 100% Kenyan-owned companies which have been in business for 50 years and in diversified business. We've got 4 pillars of our business, and these are automotive, where we are assemblers and distributors of new vehicles. That's our core business. The second pillar of our business is hospitality, where we have flagship Villa Rosa Kempinski. We invested into Hemingway's group, which is a luxury hotel group. We are into a 4-star hospitality program where we have our Acacia Premier in Kisumu, and we have got vision to have 2 to 3-star hotels across the country. That's our hospitality division. We are also into financial services. We're the pioneers in leasing business in the automotive sector. We do hire purchase, and the 4th pillar of our business is real estate.
That is quite a wide array of investments in many different parts of the economy. From where you stand, does Kenya provide what you'd call the right environment to be able to first invest your money in a proper way and then continue to grow your investment?
I think it's both. We don't have to really wait for the government to do something for us to invest. But of course, the things that we would like the government to do to accelerate the investment. So we don't wait. We plant the seeds to be ready for the future. For example, real estate. I mean, we planted the seeds, we've done a lot of land banking, and when the time is right, we go into real estate. So I think we need to get prepared, and that's the success of our group. We prepare ourselves for the future.
During the presentation, you talked about plans to go Pan-African, go beyond our borders. Talk to us about that and what those might look like.
Our vision is clear. First 50 years, we've really grown in Kenya. In the next 50 years, I would say that our vision is to be a trusted, innovative, diversified, and a world-class Pan-African company. Now, the first, of course, call would be go regional. We are looking into going regional. We're looking into the East African market. We're looking into the automotive business, and for sure, we're also looking into the hospitality business. And our vision is to have our brand, for example, our Acacia brand, across the country and across Africa.
Let's drill down into the various businesses. For example, when it comes to automotive, especially in the passenger car categories, second-hand vehicles tend to be the bane of that entire sector. What do you think in terms of innovation we can do to start to walk this back so that more Kenyans can start to buy local?
If I would say the number of vehicles on Kenya roads today, I would say we got about 3 million vehicles on the road. And of the 3 million, 80% are grey imports or pre-used cars, and only 20% are new cars. Now, I think we need to change those fundamentals. And for that, I think the regulations need to come into play. And the core one, I would say, is one, make it conducive to assemble motor vehicles in Kenya. That's what the government at the moment is looking into, so that it adds to its pillar, one of the 4 pillars of the president to increase manufacturing in the country. Now, if that happens, I think we would be able to have affordable new cars to the public, and that automatically would mean there would be a bias towards a new car, because the gap between a grey import and a new car would reduce. The second one I would say is that if there were regulations to reduce the age of used cars into the country, I mean, that would significantly help in having newer cars in the country. Currently, we are at 8 years. And I would say that, if we gradually reduce the age of used cars in this country, we would have a fundamental shift towards new cars.
What about better terms of credit, especially seeing as a lot of people depend on financing for this sort of thing? What do you think that would do?
I think what has happened in the last couple of years is the interest rate capping has really hurt the motor business. 90% of automotive business actually is through financing, and financing through the banks. We've seen our customers finding it difficult getting the credit which they were previously getting, and they're finding it difficult owning vehicles, and that has had a serious impact on the industry. We only hope that something would be done in terms of the interest rate capping, probably not make it open again, but we have, with some sort of restrictions and regulations, open it up.
Do you have any specific numbers in terms of impact that you think this might have had on sales?
Yes, for sure. I think the motor industry from 2015 to 2016 went down by about 31%, and again from 2016 to 2017 down by about 20%. Now, of course, there are many factors that came into play, and there's double elections and electioneering period and so forth. But to add to that, the interest rate capping also played a significant role in reducing the number of vehicles sold in the market.
Well, indeed, an interesting outlook for the aviation, for the automobile industry. I beg your pardon. Well, we're going to go for a quick commercial break, but let me remind you of our Twitter poll question today. We're asking you, how can publishers play a role in promoting a vibrant reading culture with the massive digital disruption in the country? You can share with us your views on our Twitter handles at KT News. You can tweet me at Agina Abi, and we'll be able to sample your views as we move along with this particular broadcast. Well, immediately after the break, we'll be talking about dispute resolution. Well, I have an interesting panel that is already with me here in studio. You don't want to miss that conversation coming up shortly.